Welcome to Bikes everyone, this is number 2, it's upper body swim 1. So this exercise session is actually all about upper body strength for conditioning for swimming. We'll be using just a band and water. Right, hello everyone, you can see on the screen just here, I'm going to be marking the sets off, so we're going to do 5. So beginners do 3 sets, intermediates do 5, and advanced do 10, so you just play it again. Okay, you can see the screen's laid out a little bit more different. You can actually see underneath now, which is a lot easier. So we'll be using bands. I'll be using 2 separate bands. I'll be using a stronger band for the first exercise and lesser bands for the other ones because it's a lot easier. Well, it's not a lot easier, it still will work it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain the exercises and show you the different variations as we go through. So we've got banded lat pull down. So I've just come off an exercise class already, so my throat's a bit raw. So what you need to do is hold it about shoulder width apart, above your head. Get a nice solid base, tummy tight. What you're going to do is go pull out and down to your clavicle. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together and up again. Down and up. So always keep that band nicely tight. Okay, so we're going to do that 12 times. The next we're going to do is we're going to do a slow press up. So people who actually have got not much upper body strength, this is a paramount for swimming. But you can start with a wall press up. So you stand with your hands on the wall, shoulder width apart, take a step back. A nice long step, knock the magnets off as you go, and you're going to push forward and push back. So that will be about 1/5 of your body weight. So then you can go down to a countertop. I'm going to use a chair. So you take a step back, try and get a nice straight line between your shoulders and your heels. You're going to push down and push it back again. So that'll be about 1/3 to 1/2 of your weight onto a step that small. That's more like 2/3 to 3/4 of your weight, and then you can go on the floor for, well actually, it's not your full weight because your feet are on the floor as well, but whatever for the press up, it'll be the 100% of what a normal press up is. So normal press up, his hands beneath the shoulders or just slightly wider apart, elbows back, don't put your elbows out. I don't want to see that because that actually really does hurt your shoulder after a while, and it did hurt then. So corkscrew your hand in slightly to put your hands out so your elbows are back, and we'll be going down slowly and up sharply. Down slowly, up sharply. If you're on a chair or a countertop or a wall, something like that, going sharply back, be careful, you don't want to risk of running along the floor. So do 12 of those. Then we're going to go to the band again, and we're going to put it underneath 1 foot. I will show you an easier way of doing this, but we will go through this the first time through. We will actually do it as stated, but then I will actually show you an alternate version what excuse me, that I found easier. So you stand on it, grab hold of it mid-thigh, thumb up. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the side. Keep nice and sturdy. If you want, you can put your hand on your shoulder and feel it. So it doesn't raise up. You'll do 10 that way, and then tummy really nice and tight, 10 forward. So if you know Star Trek, you'll know that's a bar. Right, and then you swap sides. And you do the same on the other side. Keeping nice and still. Try not to rock. Then, after that, what you can do is you can go straight into the shoulder press. So what I do is I tend to grab hold of it like that. So basically my thumb's down. You rotate your hand up towards your ear, push up above your head. And then you swap the other side. The easier way of doing it, what I'm going to show you as well, is I'll be doing that for one side, and then what I'll do is I'll immediately go into the shoulder press for one side, and then you can do it on the other side as well. So it actually speeds up it even more. Right, so let's start with our mobilisation and warming up. So we're going to roll our shoulders back, big circles, and forward, Get those elbows out. I'm keeping my hands down because I don't want to hit the Victorian eras. It hurts. What we're going to do now is we're going to open and close our chest. Get it working really nicely. And almost like a night fever across, just to open up those shoulders. Excellent, good. Right, roll them off again. Roll them, alternate. You can do a little bit more than that. And what we're going to do is we'll start. So, are you ready? Get your bands ready. Above your head. We'll do 12. And let's go. 1, 2, 3. Really squeeze those shoulder blades. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you've got a pull-up bar, do pull-ups instead. But you might only need to do 10. So slow press up. However you want to do it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As you can see, I'm going straight from exercise to exercise to keep your cardio up as well. And we'll be having minimal rest between sets. You ready? So mid-thigh and out to the side. And 1, 2, 3. Keep down straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward. 1. This is where it starts burn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swap sides. If you find that it burns too much, you can always swap sides. When doing the shoulder press, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can actually give one arm a rest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So to give the arm a rest, what you do is you swap back to the other side. Hands down, pull it up. It's always a little bit of a faff going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant, that's one done. There we go, I've done it on the pad. So basically, enough time to get a drink. Also, I like to round my shoulders off because you're working your lats on this one and you're really heavily working your shoulders. So it's good for your crawl and good for your push forward. Are you ready? Not much elasticity in this band, so I'm going to take slightly wider than shoulder. Actually, I wasn't shoulder width apart, I was slightly shorter. Are you ready? And let's go. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Slow press ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. So this is the condition I actually use for my upper body. For this is some of the upper body ones I do for swimming. There are other ones you can do for. You can modify it for breaststroke as well. So let's go out to the side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you really get painful in your shoulders, not well, muscular pain, and you get that lactic acid build up, take a breather, go again, the other direction. 4, 5, remember to keep that arm straight. 6, sorry, 8, 9, 10. Or what you can do is lateral one way, lateral other, front one way, front other. It's all working smartly. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. I'm gonna stay on this arm for shoulder press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I'm feeling it now. You. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, watch time. That's number 2. The reason why I've designed it like this is because when you're swimming you will be using your shoulders quite a lot. So to get them really tired you need to get used to that, get used to the feeling of uncomfortableness. And then once you're used to that, hopefully the muscle will actually develop more in your shoulders and also allow you to actually move it over. That's why we're going straight from one side to the other. You can go 1, 2. That way, that is actually a better way, it's a good way of progressing that exercise. If you're doing breaststroke, you could always do, instead of actually lat pull downs, you could have a seat on the seat, bend over and pull up and back again, up and back again. Or what you could do is you could hold it with 1, go back and forward, back and forward. Right, count 3. So this is the end of the beginner one. So let's go. And 1, 2, 3. Shoulder blades back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Keep up that energy. Get used to the feeling of uncomfortableness and also tiredness, because this will aid you a lot in your swimming. 1, slow down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, so should we try the different ones? Should we go forward and sideways and forwards? It's up to you. I'm going to do that now just to show you can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's a lot harder, 9, and 10. Swap sides. 1, whatever you do on one side though, you've got to do on the other. 2, 3, 4, it's also good. 5, If you start your weaker sides first, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is my weak side, so I should really start from this side, and if I can only do 10 on that side, I'll only do 10 on that side. If I can only do 8 on that side, I'll only do 8 on that side. So you're actually stabilising and equalising your muscles out. Next time round, what I'll do is I'll show you a different version of that, which is even harder. But if you want to just continue with the forward side, you can do. Let's go. Shoulder press. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Swap sides. At any time, if you feel as though you need to rest, pause the video. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent, good. Right, so that's number 3. So that's a beginner's done. Let's change the colour now, make it a bit more different. We'll go to purple. So remember, just enough for a drink. So before I show you, as we go through, the harder version is you put your band underneath your foot, in your hand, go forward, out to the side, down, that's 1. Out to the side, forward and down, that's 2. That's a lot harder, it's a lot easier, and it's a brilliant for breaststroke, okay? Because it's the same action, but you're not bending your elbow. Keep your elbow straight at all times, not hyper locked out, but nicely lengthened, because that means that it's the weight in the band is heavier. You see some people in the gym, they go like that, and they'll go with really heavy weights. That's because they can't lift them like that. They want to look like big guys, and they can't. They do it like that to look big, but everyone knows what they're doing, knows they look like a prat. Are you ready? Set 4, only 2 left for this workout anyway, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, keep that band tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Brilliant, slow press ups. How are you doing with these? Which version are you doing? I'd love to know. Down, 1, down, 2, 3. Progression for this is elevator ones where you stop. 4, because that's a lot harder. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Try and get the head back as well. 10, not too far back, just don't put it forward. 11, 12. A lot of people, they want to do a pigeon neck like that round your spine. You don't want to do that. Right, I'm going to do that new version. It's a lot harder, so I will struggle. You ready? So those people want to just go out, do 10 that way, then 10 that way. So I'm going to do a count of 2. And let's go. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. So swap. 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. So I'll show you some really good progressions there. And 1, 1, 2, 2. Keep the band tight as much as possible. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. Swap. 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Which one of those do you prefer? Please don't put neither. or none of them. Are you ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. Other side. You can really go at it with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you don't have a band, you can always use dumbbells, as long as you actually find that you're actually fatiguing within 2 of the end of the reps. So if you've got 12 reps, fatigue at 9 or 10. If you're only doing 10, fatigue at 7 or 8. Right, so that's 4. You probably can't see the differentiation between the colour there. Doesn't matter. Wow, I'm feeling really pumped now, are you? In your shoulders? Should feel it just running round there. Got your anterior, medial and posterior part. We're working more the anterior and the medial. You can work posterior by doing bent over banded flies, hands back so your pinky's going backwards. You can do that, that will work your back. High rows will work your back as well, that's really good for that. So that's good for, it's good for crawl as well, but it's better for butterfly and breaststroke. Are you ready? Last time round for intermediate. If you're advanced, you can always put it back down to 0 and start again. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Brilliant. That's that finished with. Slow press ups. I know you're doing well with these. Come on, you can do more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Those people who are doing the more advanced version, you might find that you do have to get progressively longer and longer rests. Doesn't matter. Try and note which ones you end up having a longer rest on, and next time try and actually have a short rest in the first long one to progress yourself. Right, we're going to go back to normal. We're just going to go 10 one way, 10 the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Any higher than eye height, the band is too slack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go straight into the shoulder press for that one. Really press it out. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. Gosh. There you go. That's a bit difficult. Difficultness, whatever. Let's go. 1, 2. Oh, that's a bit high. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thumbs down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent, good. They're all done. Fantastic. Let's get your breath back. You might be sweating, you might be having a hard time breathing. Regulate that breath. Get it down to a normal heart rate, and then we'll start stretching. We need to pause this until we do. We'll pause it, and we'll get into the stretching in a minute. You might feel that your shoulders feel really tight. and there's a heat in them, that's lactic acid. So I tend to just let my arms sway. I find this assists the blood flow through it, which gets rid of the toxins and the lactic acid. So right, so what we're going to do is, first off, we're going to do a reach over. So we've got a nice long stance, reach over, really stretch that lat on that side, really stretch. If you're in a gym, you could grab hold of some bars and you could pull in the opposite direction to stretch even more. Just be careful, your shoulder joint, you don't want to rip it out, so be careful, do it slowly. 3, 2, 1, and swap sides. Three, 2, 1. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to stretch the chest. We're going to open our hands up, really push it back, really push our hands back. Try and really stretch that chest. So we're going to stick it out. So your rib cage is just there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to turn our hands over and press our arms back a bit further. And you should be able to get your chest a bit more stretching. I tend to stick my head forward a little bit as well to assist in the stretch, also to the back of your neck. Excellent, good. So we're going to go for another chest stretch. So what we're going to do, the hand behind your ears, elbows back. So this one you can actually go up beside something and press on that side and you'll feel a real nice stretch in the pecs, and then you can swap over to the other side. So is it over this side? Or you can even put your hand out and pull that way. You will like to get another stretch in your shoulder for that. Now we're going to stretch shoulders, so arm across the body, interlace over, and look in that direction. To really get a stretch in that shoulder. Try and keep your hips facing forward. 2, 1, other side. Two, 1, down, shake it out a little bit. I'm going to show you a good head stretch now, especially for swimmers, because when you're in, especially if you're doing crawl, you'll be turning to the side quite a lot. So you'll be getting a lot of tense muscles in the neck and the top of your traps. So what we're going to do is we're going to look to one side, so I'm looking to the green side, and then I'm going to look down as well, I'm looking into that pocket. Then the green hand's going to come up onto the back of the head, pull ever so slightly, and then the opposite hand, the pink hand, is going to try and go down that thigh as far as you can. You should feel this nice stretch running down your trap. So if you get very tense shoulders when at a desk, at a computer, this is a brilliant stretch to do just for 10-15 seconds. Arm back up, slowly, and change. I always say slowly coming out of any stretch because you don't want to spring your muscle back, especially on your neck, because you can end up hurting yourself. 2, 1, brilliant. Last stretch, what we're going to do is we're going to cup our hands, we're going to stretch over. What we're going to do is nice wide stance, hips backwards, and really stretch. It's almost like you're rounding your back, so everything, when a trainer says don't round your back, keep it straight, this is where you go round it, really push forward, push into those hands. Alternate, if you're in a gym, you can grab hold of something and then pull back. It's a lot more effective, but when you're by yourself, and if you haven't got anything stable, like I won't pull on that cooker because that cooker would move, so would the fridge. But you can push out, and then we can stand up whilst pushing up, and you should feel the muscles slightly changing your back. Really stretch over, try and get those hands back as well, as though you're trying to dive in. And release, and thank you very much. This is actually going out on Good Friday, so hopefully you're going to find this very useful. There will be other ones for swimming, lower body, upper body too, breaststroke versions, and more bite size to come. Thank you very much all for coming, and I'll see you all on the flip side.